morning, everyone. It is January 21st. It's about 4:30, and I'm actually making soup tonight. Today, I'm getting a head start on it because the flavors blend better if they cook for a long time. So yeah, I'm gonna be making a potato soup. I'm actually going to start by washing and cutting up the potatoes. I thought that I had celery, but I don't. So I'm just gonna improvise. I'm using mushrooms. I actually ran out of basil, so I had to buy some from the store, unfortunately. But yeah, we're doing basil and then onions, some garlic, and some carrot. So I just got the potatoes cut. I'm actually gonna cut up this onion as the last part for now. I'm actually gonna mince this garlic. I do have some in the fridge, but I prefer using fresh. I have a little bit of garlic here. Now I'm just going to show you guys how to quickly mince your own garlic. So that's how thin my garlic is. I am just going to throw this in there. Before I add anything, I'm just going to go ahead and give this a good mix. I'm just going to dump this can of broth in here. 1 more cup of water. I did the 1 can of broth to add a little bit of flavor. So I think I'm gonna let this kind of cook for probably about an hour. I still have the basil and the mushroom. So about an hour from now, I'm gonna start the chicken, and hopefully those will be good and cooked. It's been about an hour. I didn't mention this earlier because I did it off camera, but I did actually put some bay leaves in there as well, and it's starting to smell really good. While I'm waiting for that to cook, I'm gonna taste this broth. I'm gonna flavor this broth. I'm gonna use some coriander, some parsley, some thyme, and some rub sage. A quick stir. So I realized I kind of forgot to fill you guys in on the soup. It turned out pretty good. I put the basil and the mushrooms in. Basically right before it was done, I let it simmer for 5 minutes, let all those flavors blend, and I added cheese to it. I have my sourdough right here. I fed it 2 days ago, and it's nice and bubbly, so I'm just letting it warm up again because it was in the fridge. I'm going to be attempting to make the sourdough tortillas. I am using the Farmhouse on Boone recipe. I also made some garlic butter last night, and it so far is the best attempt that I have done. I didn't actually measure any of the ingredients, which kind of sucks because, well, if I make it again, it's probably not going to taste the same. I softened some butter ahead of time, and then I added some garlic powder, some onion powder, some olive oil, some parsley, and some paprika. I believe that's all that I did, and I just mixed it together. So it was super simple. I'm actually going to be making myself some lunch later, so I'm just letting it kind of get to room temperature again so I can spread it on some bread. Also, I don't know if I showed you guys this yet, but We've got 8 sprouts. So far, the only thing that has popped up is the lettuce. I planted these about a week and 2 days ago. We've been having some weird weather here. We had like 2.5 weeks of sunshine, really nice weather, and now it's back to foggy again. So yeah, the sunlight is really not working with me too well. Last January we had 70-degree weather pretty much the entire month. So my plants are confused, which, I mean, whatever. Most of the other places in the country are going through an ice storm right now, so I guess I can't, you know, be too mad about it. But yeah, it's just really weird weather, so I don't know when the basil or the bell peppers are gonna pop up, if they're gonna pop up, but we've got lettuce, so that makes me happy. Okay, so the first step I'm going to do is shred some cheese, because I need this for the recipe. This is mozzarella cheese. You can probably use any kind of cheese, but with the garlic butter, I feel like either Parmesan or mozzarella would be the best. I have 2 slices of bread. This is just the artisan bread. I do not make my own bread yet. Hopefully, if I can perfect, you know, all of this other sourdough stuff, I can actually work on bread. But the reason why I'm doing pizza dough and tortillas is because I tried to make hamburger buns and some garlic knots. Neither one rose. So I was told that the sourdough starter might be too young, and so to start with things that are flatter, like pizza dough or tortillas. So here is my garlic butter. That's what it looks like. Now I'm just going to take this butter and just spread it along. Alright, there we go. I'm gonna broil it on high. Alright. Looks really good. That's good. Alright. So the cheese is just starting to melt. I just pulled it out. It looks like that. It's nice and melted. That's lunch. Just a quick little sandwich and a banana. My sourdough is awake now. It should be. It's nice and bubbly. I don't know if you guys can see that. But the recipe that I'm using does say it takes about 24 hours. After you mix everything together, you're supposed to let it sit on the counter for 12 to 24 hours. We're probably not going to get to it until tomorrow morning. I do not have a stand mixer, so I'm just going to be doing this by hand. According to the recipe, it should be fine. You just have to knead it a little longer. So I'm going to be doing it that way, but yes, you can use a hand mixer, or you can use a stand mixer if you have one. Okay, so I need 1 cup of flour. This is a half a cup. Really. 3/4 of a cup of water. And then 1/4 of avocado oil. Right. So a teaspoon and a half of salt. 2, 4, 6. So we mix this all together. I think we're good. I'm just gonna pour a little bit of this down. And then I'm gonna put this in there. My starter's a little low, so I'm going to actually go ahead and feed it a half a cup of flour. I'm just gonna pour it in there.